Okay.
Dr. Feriel, good morning. We are here at Kolkhida Congress in Georgia. Thank you for being with us to talk about multifracs today.
Yes.
Wanted to ask you a little bit about what you think of this device and what you think of those two wavelengths and this miniaturization of the laser technology today.
Yes. You know, it is something that I expected in many years ago because the first time that I used the ultrasound machine, it was a very big machine like that, and now I have my ultrasound machine in my pocket. So I felt that this is not very late, and I expected that I have one day a laser machine in my pocket, and I'm very happy to see this. It is not very long time, but I use this machine for several indications. It is very easy to use and very user friendly. It is not complicated like the other machines to calculate everything. So the very wonderful things is if you have several clinics, you can put in your bag and you can display speed. This is the first. The second thing is because sometimes these types of machines, they are the gadget one that they are not working. But this is a machine that is very efficacious, and you can see the results, every day that you work with. And this is because it's very intelligent, the choose of the two wavelengths. This wavelength is now, according to the bibliography also, this non-ablative the first. The second one is one is deep enough and one is superficial enough to cover everything from the epidermis to the dermis. So we have the dermis, we have the thallium with 1920, and we have 27, and we have also the erbium glass. And this erbium glass, you know that it is a long time that we use, but I realized that the efficacy of this erbium glass is better than the other erbium glass on the market.
So you have here size of the dots, which is smaller than all the devices, and therefore there is more energy per dot. So we can actually have more energy in a small device like this than in one of your big laser at the clinic.
Because it makes sense, because the definition of the fluence is like that. You have energy on the surface. So if the dots is smaller, you have the same energy. You have more fluence for penetrating, and this is something that is interesting. And the second one that for me it is interesting is the intelligence of the head, because it can guide you how you work on the surface. And this technology I have seen only in very big and very expensive machine. So this is it guide me that my work and my speed is good or not.
Dr. Feriel, another question. You are the scientific director of a company called Fieldnet, very big company in our market for fillers and skin rejuvenation and skin boosters. How do you combine this technology?
That's a very good question. Very good question, because you know that as I had a lot of presentation, and yesterday my presentation around this, it is selected as the best speaker award by the participants, not by the Congress. And because I explained very simply to the audience that you should prepare the skin before, and you should continue to give the nutriment when you stimulate something. And because with these types of machine, normally we wake up the fibroblasts, the crescent fibroblasts, that they can live with us for many years. But when you wake up them, they need in the like a chief's cooker, that if you for example you invite Paul Bocuse and your refrigerator is empty, he or she they cannot do anything. So you need to give them, and nowadays they named it a nutritional scaffold. So we need to give the nutritional scaffold around the fibroblast that you activate, either with lasers or with the injectables. So this is something that is in my daily activity. I use the CTF from Fieldnet before to hydrate the skin, because we need the chromophore of water. Do not forget that, because when you have the chromophore of water, and this is obligatory for the age of more than 60, because the 60 you don't have, you lose a lot of content of the hyaluronic acid acid in the tissue, and you know the extracellular matrix is gelish form, and you know that because I'm dermatologist, but in the same time I have a PhD in biology, molecular biology. So this is something that is must to have to prepare the skin before some types of
It's a really great idea because the 1550 is absorbed by water.
Yes.
And so it gives you, with the complements of some nutrients that you inject or that you apply on the skin with topical, the possibility of activate and increase the results on anti-aging.
Exactly.
procedures.
Because you know the patients, they pay us. And this is our time also. So the best things is to have a win-win relation between us and patients. And I think that the era that we are living is era of combination. So never we can do toward, for example, it's unique treatments. And although I have 22 machines in my office, this is my daily use, and I love this machine.
It's going to become your daily
exactly. And I'm happy because I see that all my friends also they use it and they are very happy with. And thank you for the scientifics and the scientists that they developed this. I waited several years ago and I mentioned in one congress that I'm waiting for something that happened to the lasers machine. And thank you for the company. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you.